It's been a rough month for people in Paterson. Another water main broke over the weekend, and that left thousands more people with little to no water. That is finally fixed, but other parts of Paterson and surrounding communities still need to boil their water. The repair work continues following that massive water main break a couple of weeks ago. And it raises even more questions today about the age of the system. New Jersey reporter Toni Yates live in Paterson with the latest on the repairs. Toni?
Yeah, Mike, and that's something that the Passaic Valley Water Commission responded to today. So you're going to hear some updates and some good news to repairing and upgrading the system. But just about a half an hour ago, the Water Commission announced that the Riverside section of Paterson now has normal water service fully restored. That was just about a half an hour ago. Now, the folks over in Fairlawn, they are still waiting for normal water service to come back to them. They're still working on it, but most of those areas in Fairlawn do have some water flow.
It came back on yesterday, late, but the pressure isn't so great, so you're not doing laundry, you're not going to be taking a shower most likely.
The 42-inch main below North 1st Avenue and Arch in Paterson is the line that the borough of Fairlawn and the Riverside section of Paterson depend on for water service. Crews are working nonstop, 24/7 to make major repairs here, rewiring other water routes in the system, so to speak, to get water back to those affected areas.
We're going to put in 2 line stops. That's right where I just came from, to isolate the main more closer to this area, where we can open that valve over in the Riverside area and start getting flow back to them and get flow back to Fairlawn.
Mueller says the Water Commission has more than 650 miles of water mains and other infrastructure that desperately need replacing. It's found ways to raise the hundreds of millions of dollars needed to upgrade the system that was laid back in the 1800s. It will be years and years of work that they hope to get going within the next 6 to 9 months.
Kind of like an injection of capital. It hadn't been there in decades past, and it's time. Eventually that'll go down, but slow and steady. Keep at it. Keep the system, every year, or even if you miss a year, the next year, get back to it.
Since the weekend, Fairlawn and Riverside in Paterson are dealing with the usual issues.
It's an inconvenience, but I know they're working on it, and we do have water. Yesterday we had a lot less. We had to use a bucket to flush the toilet.
Well, I'm thankful that we have water. I don't mind boiling it and microwaving it or whatever. But, another thing to talk about.
It's hard because I drink a lot of water.
What happens when you turn the faucet on?
It works, but it's only a little bit.
Yeah.
So once again, about a half an hour ago, the Riverside section of Paterson had their water restored. Again, Fairlawn is still waiting, and this is very important about the boil water advisories from the water main break 2 weeks ago and the one that happened over the weekend. You are still under a boil water advisory unless the Water Commission has pulled that off from your area. So do take those precautions until those are lifted. For now, we're live here in Paterson, New Jersey. Toni Yates, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Okay.